Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Punch. What's
Going
up,
on,
man?
guys? What's
How you
happening,
doing?
Bill? Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Let me give you a little brief synopsis on what's been going on in my life, real quick. I see all the fuckery. I see everything that's going on. And I just can't believe sometimes I see it. So it makes me want to comment, on that, because it's like if I see a wrong, I wanna address it. So these past couple of weeks, I've been doing projects. I broke my own code. I made my own what is it called? My own record, right? I'm known for the punch safe. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Opening a safe with
With
a
a
punch
punch.
tool. Yeah, within 15 seconds I'm in. And these safes were all over Manhattan when I was working in the 90s. They were all over Manhattan. So I used to make a lot of money every day, but people don't really understand the magnitude of the money. When people talk about heist, they think that, it's $100 million or, half, like people exaggerate. Like Larry Lawton, for example. I'm going to call him
Let's
out on
talk
his
about
BS.
him. Larry Lawton. He's on the news right now a lot, trying to promote himself with this situation that happened. There's a jewel thief, a jewelry robbery that
A
happened in
heist, a big
Paris.
time heist. That's right.
Is
It's
Larry Lawton anyone? Have you ever heard of this guy before? You're a major figure in the whole world of organized crime and jewel thieves. And have you ever heard of Larry Lawton before?
So they made a couple of, I call them amateur mistakes, but they did get away with a lot. And obviously now, how do they get rid of it?
Yeah, I heard about him, online. The last 10 years, I've been hearing a lot about him. And, not to knock his hustle or anything like that, but, if you're talking about these type of heists, he wasn't part of them. He didn't do them. He was a really a low level bag snatcher. You know what I mean? Like he would go after women with a bag and snatch the bag out of their hand, and these type of low level heists, something that I would never do or perpetrate. So I think, by saying that, I think he's in the wrong room by going on, on these news channels talking about the Louvre heist, because I don't believe Larry Lawton was ever at the Louvre. That's number one. Number two, I was there, and the last time I was there was like 1990. I was there when they built the pyramid, this entrance.
Yeah.
That I am pay,
Yeah.
that I am pay, actually, he was the architect of this design. I am pay, the same person that I stole his identity and took like $2 to $4 million. All right. I am pay, that same I am pay. Yes. I became that guy.
Why'd you do that?
Because I was doing, it's called identity fraud. All right. I used to make a lot of money cloning somebody else's identity and using their account. And I would change the addresses, and I would have the American Express card, and I would go with a license. Obviously, I have somebody in the DMV to make me a license on any name I want. If I wanted Mickey Mouse, they would make Mickey Mouse license, and I would, with my picture on it, and I would go to stores, jewelry stores. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Barney's, okay, that's an exclusive store. Nordstrom's, that's another one. And I would go and get instant credit, okay? Bloomingdale's.
You call them and say, my client's coming in, right?
Yeah, well, I would go there, get instant credit immediately, because I would already know what the guy has in his arsenal, as what kind of accounts he has. And I.M. Pei was a legendary multi-millionaire that was a Chinese American architect, and I assumed his identity. So that story right there is a movie. I.M. Pei,
Yeah.
So this guy, he's prolific because he did the in Sydney Harbor, like that structure that's in all the movies. He designed that. He did the Louvre Museum, and we're talking about the Louvre Museum with I.M. Pei's entrance, and I totally forgot about it, and until today. So let me tell you something briefly about this museum. I contest what Larry Lawton is saying, that it was an inside job. Okay, this type of job, I don't need an inside connection. Obviously, it's the Apollo room. He doesn't know the Apollo room because he was never there. I was there. Okay, there's the Devon room. There's like 3 rooms. There's one that has Egyptian stuff, Roman stuff. And then there's another room that has only Italian stuff. The Venus de Milo and paintings, and Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa is there. Okay, but you know what they did? They stole something that was on the second floor. The same thing that I would steal if I was in their shoes, okay? So if I was gonna commit a theft in the Louvre Museum, I would be stealing everything that's inside the Apollo room, because the Apollo room had jewels, had rubies and sapphires and gems that were tremendous. They were so big. I mean, baboons, we call them baboons in my industry. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so 3, 4, 5 carat stones, you know, and they had a crown. It was like they stole within 4 minutes, they stole 8 to 11 pieces of jewelry, okay, that were so intricate. They were intricate because they're crowns. Okay, we're talking about the crown to Napoleon's wife. You know, the queen. Oh, look at that. So yeah, that necklace right there, the emerald one, was stolen. That was one of the ones that I would steal if I was there. So I didn't need an inside guy. I would immediately know that the security's lax. Okay, so these guys came in with a crane, you know, with a truck with a ladder attached to it, exactly. And they went to the second floor. Now notice how high the second floor is. It's not a traditional floor. It's extremely high because it's a museum, right? That's the Louvre Museum. And I know which side this is too. And that's exactly what I would do. I would pretend that I'm a construction worker, okay? I would be in and out of there within 3 minutes, man, okay? Within 3 minutes, I would be in and out. So all I'm saying is this, that this job, these guys, they run out of there, okay? And they drop a crown, a jewel, a crown, you know, this is crown jewels that was worn by Antoinette, Napoleon's wife, you know, like this is like, do you understand the magnitude of this? So they dropped it and they broke it, and it broke. There's a big cross on top with diamonds, a 5 carat diamond in the middle, or 10 carat diamond. It's huge. It's like these, I mean, I get excited when I see these type of, you know, jewelry because it's like, these are priceless. You know, there's no price on this. What
And
they're
they
going to
broke
do,
it.
well, it broke because it fell. So they got one item back. What I would do if I was the Louvre Museum, and if I was Larry Lawton, this is exactly what I would be saying. Please offer a reward to get these items back. You know, no questions asked, okay? Offer $100 million, you know? And I guarantee 100 million euros, and I guarantee they'll get everything back. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So
And that's
you
just a
think
fraction of the price.
that's the way
Yeah.
for them to get it back, is to offer a reward?
If not, it's going to get broken down. It's going to get smashed in half. It's going to get ground down. It's going to get cut. It's going to get disassembled. And you don't want to have anything like that from Napoleon's era to be, you know, this is artifacts, man. Look, I'm an artist today.
So they have to do it quick, right? They need to offer this money fast because
no.
but
That's
it could get ground down.
No, that's if it's independent. But I guarantee you that somebody probably already put maybe a bounty on these type of things. I'm thinking like a possible Russian oligarch that has unlimited amount of money to spend.
I want
said,
these
yeah,
type of items.
I'll give you $50 million. Get me this stuff right here. I'll give you $50 million for it.
Does that type of stuff really happen?
Well, if there's somebody with that much money and somebody offered me that much money, and if I was an active thief, I would say, yeah, sure, no problem. I mean, I'll break you out of jail if I have to. Like, pay me the right amount. I'll do it when I was inactive. I have to speak in the past tense because, as I said, today I don't promote thievery. I don't promote crime. I've been crime-free since 2013. Okay? So crime-free, an author, an artist since 2015. All right. And now I talk about these type of things. How many pieces do we have here? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this might be it. I know there was a brooch. See that,
This
that
is
brooch?
it.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
it.
it.
Well, yeah. So
This is
that
all it.
crown on the left, the one with the cross,
Yeah.
they got it back because it fell out the bag. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that gold. Look at the diamonds. See those diamonds? Those are like 1, 2 carats each. Those are like 3 carats each. 3, maybe even bigger. I don't know, maybe 5 carats. I don't know. I can't tell. These are all minor cut diamonds. They're amazing. Like, yeah. So as I said, that crown fell out of the bag somehow, some way, and they got it back. But I heard that they threatened the security guards, you know, with one of those carbide blades. Now that's something that I just used for this production for Mr. Beast in LA a couple of weeks ago. I just flew out there. They flew me out there to open 2 safes, and that's what I was telling you. I just beat my old record. You know, so I'm kind of impressed. I impressed myself that I opened the safe, you know, and I haven't opened the safe since 2013, right? But it's like, you know, getting back on the bike again, not a problem. I got paid for this. So I opened 2 safes that I didn't know anything about on the blind. And what did I do? I told them, I said, look, not only that I need a punch, but I also need something extra just in case, because I don't know what you're putting me up against, right? So I took them to Home Depot and I purchased a grinder. and these guys had two grinders. So that's the tool that you use if you don't know what if you need to open something quickly, you're gonna use a diamond blade, a carbide blade, diamond. You know what I'm talking about? Those
Yeah,
carbide blades, and they cut anything like cheese, like it's
yeah,
butter,
metal
like
cutting blade.
yeah,
Right?
metal
Has
cutting blade. Yeah, yeah,
diamond dust
right.
in it.
Yeah, they're like
Wow.
20, $30, $40. You get a Milwaukee or something, get a good, brand, get something that has some power to it, and I guarantee you're gonna cut through any lock or any
What
kind
do
of
you
like
cut? Cut a hole in it?
No,
The
what they
safe,
did
or
is
do you?
the exhibit, you see, it was locked. They had some kind of lock attachment to it, whatever. So they had to cut that lock to open it, to open the exhibit,
And they
to
just
take all the
stuff
stuff
them in a
out.
bag.
And they just took everything, put it in bags, and but it's only a few pieces.
Yeah, but
That
isn't there
stuff
an
fits in.
alarm that would go off when this stuff happens? Like they step into the building. Does an alarm go
Why
off?
would there be alarm during the day? The alarm's only during the night. They shut the alarms off during the day. Remember, it was
Yeah,
during the
but they
day.
would have people there, right?
Yeah, they had security guards. All I'm saying is they attacked this during the day. It was a smash and grab. Okay. I don't believe that there was people walking around in the museum yet. All right. I don't think they were still, like it was open. They just opened. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Like think of it. And a gallery just opened. Usually a gallery gets busy in the afternoon. People go for lunch, so it gets more busy in the afternoon. In the morning, not so much. Europe is people are still sleeping. So this was done while a lot of people were still sleeping. They caught them before their cappuccinos and they left on scooters, which is something that I would also do. So not only that it screams and shouts, Mr. Stan and Punch design, the DNA, I could almost guarantee it. Like, I would put money up on this one. That these guys that did this are somehow, some way have my DNA, and
Pink
yeah,
Panther
because
related.
well, something absolutely something Yaks, Pink Panther. I don't think it's the Algerian locals. Okay, I don't think it's the Gypsies. I don't think it's any other crews. I think somebody that would do something like this, and they don't need an inside guy.
So
So
this
if
is
I
a highly sophisticated organization, right?
no, it's not. It's a highly sophisticated heist. You get it? The
Yeah.
heist is sophisticated. The guys are, they do what they do. For example, they're going to get a team together. Most of them probably are legit. They might have companies. They might have jobs. To be in this room to do something of this magnitude, you're not going to be an unconventional character like Larry Lawton.